Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Never mistake kindness for weakness. A mature person understands that kindness comes from strength and deep compassion. After enduring many storms, we come to realize that everyone carries unseen burdens. When we show kindness, we're not only helping others, but also healing ourselves. Kindness may be a small flame, but it has the power to light up and warm even the loneliest hearts. Share your kindness, not because you are weak, but because you have learned the true strength that compassion brings. Every heart sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. Life is a long, lonely journey without someone who truly understands us. As the years pass, we crave genuine connection, someone who listens and empathizes. A strong heart is not afraid to open up because it knows that only when it finds someone who truly understands does it feel complete. Don't keep your soul locked away. Find someone with whom you can share your deepest truths. Empathy from another heart can be the key that unlocks life's true meaning. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. We easily sympathize with a child's fear of the dark, yet we are often unforgiving when we ourselves are afraid of the truth. Maturity requires us to face the light, even though it may reveal our flaws and mistakes. Don't live in avoidance. The light of truth will free you from unnecessary anxieties. Life isn't meant for those who run away. Facing reality and courageously accepting the truth about ourselves is the first step toward living a life of true meaning. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Conflict is a part of life. As long as we live, we will face inner battles, battles with fear, with the past, and with deep insecurities. Don't expect a life without challenges, because that is impossible. Instead, focus on building your own resilience. Every battle you overcome makes you stronger and wiser. Life is a journey of unending struggle, and each day that you conquer yourself is a day fully lived. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. If you refuse to take responsibility for your own life, be prepared for others to make decisions for you. Life does not wait for those who stand on the sidelines. If you don't take action, if you don't stand up and decide, you will be led by someone else's will. Those who have lived through hardships know that self-determination is essential. Take charge of your own life. Don't hand over your fate to someone else, because if you do, you will suffer under the decisions of those who don't deserve that power. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. With life experience, we realize that the more we know, the more we see how little we truly understand. Humility is not submission, but a deep awareness of how much there is still to learn. Don't become complacent with the knowledge you have, as it will only hold you back. True wisdom comes from a continuous quest for knowledge and exploration, and an enduring recognition of how much we still don't know. Keep your mind open and listen, for only those who understand their own ignorance are truly wise. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Progress is not always measured by speed, but by perseverance. A mature person knows that resilience is true strength. Every step, no matter how slow, is a testament to one's will and determination. Don't focus on speed. Instead, recognize the courage of those who refuse to give up. Encourage those around you, as sometimes a single word of support is enough to keep them going. Those who keep moving forward, even slowly, are the ones truly worthy of ultimate success. Nothing can harm a good person, neither in life nor after death. A person with a clear conscience is unbreakable. No matter how many challenges they face, a virtuous heart remains steadfast. Strength doesn't come from external forces but from the inherent goodness within. When we live with honesty and kindness, we fear nothing, for nothing can shake our integrity. A pure heart is the strongest shield. Living true to your conscience is the power you need to face every challenge in life. Love is a serious mental disease. Love can drive you to madness. It makes you pour out your heart, sacrifice, and even endure suffering. But those who have experienced life deeply understand that love is also a lesson in self-discovery, resilience, and compassion. Don't enter love if you're not ready to endure it, but when you do love, love wholeheartedly. Love with sincerity and maturity. Love can be a mental disease that brings heartache, but it is also a force that helps us understand our true worth and the worth of others. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. If you stay on the sidelines, others will make decisions for you. You don't want to participate? Don't want to speak up? Then be prepared to live under the decisions made by those who are neither worthy nor wise. Life doesn't allow us to be passive. A mature person knows that they must participate, must stand up to protect what they believe in. If you want to see change, if you want to live a meaningful life, take action. Passivity will only cause you to be swept along by someone else's agenda. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Laws may bind the body but cannot bind the conscience. A person with integrity doesn't need laws to know how to behave, while those with bad intentions always find ways to circumvent them. A mature person understands that morality lies within the heart, not in external constraints. So live responsibly, not out of fear of laws, but because you know it's the only way to build a meaningful life. Don't wait for others to tell you how to live. Do the right thing because you know it's right, without needing any other reason. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Power reveals the true nature of a person. A truly mature individual understands that strength doesn't come from controlling others, but from using power to create good. If you hold power, use it to uplift others, not to oppress. Power exposes a person's true character, and the wise choose to wield it as a tool to serve, not to dominate. When you possess strength, let your actions define who you are, for that is the truest measure of your worth. Ignorance is the root and stem of every evil. Ignorance is the source of every wrongdoing. Those in darkness, lacking understanding, are often the ones causing the most harm and pain. A mature person understands that knowledge is the sharpest weapon. It's the light that helps us avoid blind mistakes and live a life of meaning. Don't let yourself be dragged down by the darkness of ignorance. Keep learning, for only when you know enough can you truly live rightly. Knowledge will be your constant companion, helping you make the right choices in life's difficult moments. There is truth in wine, and children. The truth often emerges when there are no barriers to hide it. In our most honest moments, through the eyes of children or in unguarded instances, we see the true nature of people. A mature person understands that there's no need to always wear a mask. Sometimes dare to live honestly with yourself and others. Allow the truth to appear, whether in the words of a child or in moments when we let down our guard, because only in living truthfully can we reach the real depth of ourselves and life. Those who tell the stories rule society. Those who control the narrative hold power over minds, beliefs, and even the destiny of others. Storytellers shape society's consciousness, guiding or misleading the masses. A person who has lived and learned understands that, to take charge of their life, they must own the story they tell themselves and the world. Don't let anyone else define your perspective on life. Be the author of your own story, and don't be afraid to speak up to bring the truth to light. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Every action originates from three sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. But a mature person understands that uncontrolled desire leads to suffering, misunderstood emotions lead to chaos, and a lack of knowledge leads to mistakes. To act wisely, we need to balance all three. Learn to control desire, understand emotion, and cultivate knowledge. When you master these forces, your actions will be stronger and more meaningful than ever. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. True education isn't just about imparting knowledge, but teaching people to pursue what's truly worth seeking in life. A mature person realizes that not everything is deserving of our efforts. Teaching others and ourselves to recognize genuine value is the essence of education. Focus on what brings lasting fulfillment, not on what's flashy or temporary. Don't let your life be consumed by fleeting desires. Live to pursue values that are enduring and truly worthwhile. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. In life, there are three types of people: those who seek wisdom, those who seek honor, and those who chase after personal gain. A mature person understands the depth of difference between these paths and must choose the one that will lead them to a truly meaningful life. If you choose wisdom, you'll find understanding and freedom. If you choose honor, you'll gain respect. But if you only pursue personal gain, you'll soon realize that greed can never bring satisfaction. Choose to live for something greater than yourself. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Courage doesn't mean having no fear, but rather knowing what to fear and what not to. Someone who's experienced life understands that fear isn't always an enemy, but can sometimes be a guide. Let fear be a tool that helps you recognize what is worth fighting for and what you should let go of. Don't let fear control you. Instead, transform it into motivation. Only by understanding what isn't worth fearing can you focus on conquering the truly important challenges in life. You should not honor men more than truth. Truth must always come before relationships, before anyone. A mature person doesn't let personal feelings cloud their perception of what's right. Don't let admiration or loyalty dull your judgment. Plato reminds us that if you truly seek justice and morality, you must be willing to place truth above all. Live and act for truth. That's the only way to live a life without regret. A life you can be proud of when you look back. Treat your parents as you would like your children to treat you. Only when we reach maturity do we truly understand the sacrifices of our parents. The way you treat your parents today is the first lesson your own children will learn about love, gratitude, and responsibility. If you want your children to be grateful and take care of you in old age, show that respect and care to your parents now. Don't wait until the chance is gone and regret it. Cherish every moment with your parents, for it's the foundation of every family's values. When men speak ill of thee, live so that nobody may believe them. Life is full of judgment and gossip, but a mature person understands that actions speak louder than words. You can't control what others think, but you can control how you live. Live in a way that makes it clear who you truly are, so that when others hear rumors, they'll know the truth. There's no need to argue or defend yourself. Let your life speak for you. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so those that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. Those with the least knowledge are often the ones who talk the most. A mature person understands that true value lies in actions and depth of thought, not in empty words. Live more quietly, talk less, and act more. Don't become an empty vessel that makes hollow noises. The real worth of a person is found in the depth of their thoughts and actions, not in meaningless noise. The world is boring for boring people. Life is never boring. Only those who lack passion and curiosity find it dull. Those who have lived and learned understand that this world is full of new and meaningful things if we open ourselves up to them. Live fully, dare to try new things, and don't let fear make you dull. Life only becomes boring if you choose to live superficially. Create meaning in your life, and the world will respond with endless richness. Bad people live to eat and drink. Virtuous people eat and drink in order to live. Some people live only to satisfy their desires, but a mature, ethical person understands that eating and drinking are simply means to nourish the body, not the ultimate purpose of life. Don't let yourself be consumed by shallow and fleeting desires. Live for higher values, for greater purposes. Life is a journey to rise above basic needs and reach spiritual maturity. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. People around you can be a source of inspiration, but they can also hold you back. A mature person understands that not everyone brings good things into your life. Choose companions who respect and support you, who encourage you to grow and become better. Stay away from toxic people who drag you down and make you wither. Seek meaningful relationships, for you'll become the best version of yourself when surrounded by positive people. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. Good deeds don't just empower us, they also spread to those around us. A mature person knows that when we do good, it's not only a contribution to society, but also an inspiration for others to follow. Be a shining example that inspires your community. Every good act you do will create a ripple effect of positivity, bringing about significant change in the lives of others. There is in every one of us, even those who seem to be most moderate, a type of desire that is terrible, wild, and lawless. Everyone has deep, intense desires that push the boundaries of morality and social norms. A person who has lived deeply understands that these instincts are a natural part of being human, but controlling and mastering them is essential for a life of value. Don't deny your nature, but don't let these desires rule you either. Learn to channel those wild impulses toward meaningful, larger goals. Poets utter great and wise things which they do not themselves understand. Sometimes we don't recognize the depth of what we say. A mature person understands that beautiful words aren't just meant to decorate life. They're meant to sink into our souls and turn into action. Don't just speak without understanding, and don't just understand without action. Life's value doesn't lie in merely saying wise things, but in living and practicing them. Let beautiful words guide you toward a life that is both deep and real. Any man may easily do harm, but not every man can do good to another. Hurting others is easy, but doing good is the real test of character. A mature person understands that to live kindly requires courage and patience. Every good deed is a commitment to yourself and to the world that you will live with purpose and avoid causing harm. Don't measure character by what's easy. Choose the harder path of kindness, as it's the only way to live a truly worthy life. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Lies not only hurt the listener, but also poison the speaker's soul. A mature person knows that lying is a stain on oneself, eroding honesty and self-respect. Each lie chips away at our trust in ourselves and sets a poor example for others. Truth can be bitter, but honesty is the only path to build respect and value in the eyes of others. Don't let lies taint your soul. Choose truth, even when it's difficult. A dog has the soul of a philosopher. A dog with its loyalty and calm reflects a philosophy of simple and genuine living. A mature person can learn from this animal to live simply, love unconditionally, and judge no one. Dogs don't care about status, wealth, or superficial things. Look to their simplicity to understand that life doesn't always need to be complicated. Sometimes, the happiest way to live is to accept what you have and stay true to yourself. If you were answered with silence, this does not mean that you were not answered. Silence can sometimes be the clearest answer. A seasoned person understands that words aren't always the best expression. At times, silence carries more meaning than any explanation. Learn to listen to silence, as it often conveys what words cannot. Don't rush to find answers from others. Listen and reflect, because silence can be the deepest response to what you truly need. Win your friends not with empty flattery, but with sincere words of love. Don't build friendships on empty compliments and insincerity. A mature person knows that only sincerity can sustain lasting friendships. Flattery may satisfy someone in the moment, but genuine affection comes from true understanding and love. Build relationships based on honesty, because only authentic connections have the strength to withstand time and challenges. True friendship doesn't need pretense, only simple and enduring affection. The greatest victory is overcoming your negative thinking. The greatest victory isn't defeating others, but overcoming negative thoughts within yourself. A mature person understands that while we can't control everything outside, we can control our thoughts. overcoming negativity frees us from the biggest barrier to happiness and success. Don't let limiting beliefs run your life. Conquer them to move forward on the path you deserve. Without friendship, no communication between people has value. Communication is more than exchanging words. It's a connection of the soul. A mature person knows that without friendship, conversations are empty words. Friendship brings value and meaning to communication, helping us feel understood and supported. Don't live in isolation or shallow relationships. Seek out true friendships, where every conversation becomes a source of encouragement and inspiration for authentic living. You married a crazy woman if she says you're perfect. If someone always tells you that you're perfect, it's a sign of shallowness or insincerity. A mature person understands that no one is perfect. A true partner doesn't just see your strengths, but also recognizes your flaws and works with you to improve. Find an honest partner, someone who praises you, but also isn't afraid to point out your mistakes to help you grow. Don't look for perfection in others. Look for sincerity and someone willing to be truthful with you. When the word does not strike, then the stick will not help either. If words have no effect, then force won't help either. A mature person knows that if you can't persuade others with reason, harsh measures only worsen the issue. Learn to communicate with sincerity and logic. If your words don't reach someone's heart, pressure will only make them resist. The power of genuine and rational words is always greater than any form of compulsion. Never forgive a friend who betrayed you once. He will betray you again. Betrayal by a friend is a wound that doesn't easily heal, and a mature person knows that trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. Someone who betrays you once may well betray you again. Don't allow double-faced people back into your life out of weakness. Be strong enough to protect yourself from those unworthy of your trust. Forgiveness can be noble, but protecting yourself is essential to avoid being hurt again. Drunkenness does not give rise to vices, it reveals them. Alcohol doesn't create bad habits, it only exposes the true nature of a person. A mature person knows that in moments of release and lack of restraint, people often reveal their deepest selves. Watch how people act when they lose control. That's often the clearest sign of their real character. Sobriety can hide flaws, but intoxication brings them to light. Don't judge others when they're intoxicated, but also remember that what they reveal in those moments is a part of who they truly are. If you find these lessons meaningful, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your insights and experiences with these profound life philosophies. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Let's continue sharing, discussing, and exploring valuable life lessons together. Thank you, and see you in the next video.